Hi guys, I'm Derek Cash at Derek Cash Styles on Instagram, and this is...
I'm Chita Beseau, also known as Chita Beseau on Instagram.
And we are both Colortrak ambassadors, and today we are going to show you how to take this blonde to the next level.
So what we're going to do, because she has a really pretty regrowth, but we don't really need to lighten up these ends because they're already light, but we do want to take advantage of getting that low light lighter so that she is brighter around her face and her ends. So we're going to show you this technique together. Me and Derek are going to tag team this. He's going to be doing the front face framing, brightening her up, and I'll be doing the back, showing you some easy steps to do to make this a lot faster in the salon. And then we together will do the top and show you that technique.
So I'm going to be using the 5x11 pop-up foils because I'm going to be doing smaller sections around the face and weaving highlights.
And I'm going to be using the 9x11 fold over sheets, and I'm going to show you how you don't have to use two foils to stack on top of each other. You can just fold them like little blankets.
So before we start any highlighting service, we always want to take into consideration how our guest wears her hair. So our guest in this situation wears her hair in the middle. So we want to make sure that our highlights are going in that middle section so that when it falls over, it's cascaded beautifully.
So we're leaving out just a little bit of the front for the face framing to fall in and blend well with what he's going to do around the front.
After we've let all of that hair out, we want to clip everything else away. Nice and tight with clean sections.
So for the back here, what I'm going to do is only bring up what is already dark. I'm only going to be lifting that with bleach.
A lot of times people will complain about, dark roots showing or not enough blonde around the face. So I think it's very important to really take fine sections, take your time, and have clean lines and clean sections. So I'm starting around the face, and I'm going to be using the Ultra Color brush. And I really love this brush because not only is it great for highlighting, but it's great for doing bleach out applications where you need a lot of control so you can have no overlapping. Minimal overlapping, no damage, that's the name of the game here. If you don't have a seamless application, you can get bleeding marks, you can get over processing if you overlap the hair, which can lead to breakage. And if we have breakage and bleeding marks, your client's not going to want to come back to you, and that's money that you're losing. As you can see, it's a shorter brush, and you just go in and lightly tap it by the root. It allows you to stop just where you need to without pulling onto the other blonde hair.
Okay, I'm going to start with this bottom section that's along her outer hairline. And I'll take a fine section and start here. Clip this up. And what I'm going to do is tease this up. It might seem like it's minute, but we want to get that dark hair in there. So what I'm going to do, so I'm not overlapping the lightener, is take out any of the blonde and leave the brown. Which in this case, even though it's very tiny, I'm still going to do that because it's gonna look beautiful when it falls and when she pulls her hair up into ponytails. So this actually goes pretty fast here when you take out the pre-highlighted pieces and you're just lightening the low light or the brown pieces that are there, just teasing it up and dropping those blonde pieces. You're really not lightening that much, but it's going to have an overall blonde effect on all of her hair at the bottom.
Because what a lot of people also don't understand, what Chita's trying to explain too, is if you were to lighten those ends at the same time, you don't realize that the hair is super light underneath that hair. It's just
breakage.
older toner that just needs to be lifted out, which takes 2 seconds. If you leave that lightener on that same hair as the dark, it's going to, by the time it's done processing, it's going to be broken hair. And that's what we're trying to avoid here.
Yes. And then I'm going to show you how I use these 9x11 foils. Not going to cut them in half. I'm only going to lighten what I see needs to be lightened. So all you do is fold it over like a little blanket. Tuck in those sides. One easy step and you're onto your next.
Now, these pop-up foils are a game changer. It's almost like having an assistant without having an assistant. So when my assistants are busy, I always have my pop-up foils no matter what. It's just super easy, super quick, such a time saver. Helps you just blow through any highlighting service, which is what we want. You know, time is money. We all know that. So it's just easy, you know? You don't have to wait for someone to cut you up foils.
If you don't have pop-up foils, I feel like you're in a lot of deep trouble. Because they are like an assistant.
It's very important to keep your sections as clean as possible when you're highlighting. You want to make sure that there's no crooked partings. Don't get lazy on that because that's going to be the foundation to how everything looks in the end.
So now that she's all foiled and she's all wrapped up, we're gonna let her process until she's a nice, really pretty, bright, buttery blonde.
And then we're gonna rinse her out and get the final look. Make sure you check out colortrak.com, follow Colortrak's Instagram and my Instagram as well as Chita's, Derek Style
and Chita Beseau.